Hey YouTube. Okay, so this vlog is gonna be about check-in and what to expect when you check in the check-in process. Now I'm going off on what my program was like and what my check-in experience was like, and it could be different, but I'm just gonna go with what I went through. Okay, so check-in. You will arrive with your roommates or yourselves at check-in before, I would be there before 9 o'clock. Technically you're not supposed to be there before like 7, but everyone shows up at like 3:30. So between 3:30 and I would say 7, get there. But definitely want to be there before 9. Now, if you guys have not booked your flight yet, do not book your flight the day of check-in. Don't do it. Don't do it, because there's too much to risk there. Let's see. So, okay, after you get to check-in, you'll either meet with your roommates or meet some other friends that arrive at the same time you are. You guys are going to be really excited. It's going to be a long wait, but it's all worth it. And then you're going to proceed to check in. You're going to check in. Make sure to have all the things you need to identify yourself with. Passport, social security card, all that fun stuff. And then after that, you get to go get your apartment. And if you have roommates, make sure all roommates are together and with you at check-in, because if they're not, then they cannot room with you. So make sure of that. So after that, you will get a little sticker that says what time casting is for you. If you're there early, you'll usually be on the first bus. I left right after I was done with check-in. So I went right to casting, and that's where I found out where I worked. Now, I guess you find out at check-in now where you work and not at casting, but here is, okay, if people have told you that those that have already in the system at Disney, they can look you up. They can, but they can get termed, and so could you. So do not do that. And honestly, don't ask for people to look you up, because you're basically asking them to risk their job for you to find out what you're going to find out in a couple months anyway. So don't do that to somebody, and don't make them feel bad for it, because they're not going to risk their job for you. Now, if someone did tell you where you work, do not post it on Facebook or make a YouTube video about it, because that is private information from Disney, and Disney can term you and the person that told you. So if someone tells you that information, keep it to yourself. Don't share it with anyone. You can share it with your parents. Make sure they don't put it on Facebook. And just do not broadcast it everywhere, because that's where you're going to get in trouble. But yeah, that was kind of a side note. But after that, you're going to go to casting, and casting is probably the most boring part of the entire process, honestly. You go to casting, you get your background check, fingerprint check, and all that not so fun stuff. But then after that, you usually have the day to go home and unpack, or you have a housing meeting. I didn't have a housing meeting until the next morning, but it's different for everybody. So we had time just to kind of unpack, meet our roommates. We already knew our roommates. We had 2 randoms, and I think we had a housing event later that night. Maybe? No, it was a couple days after that. But it was so much fun and so tiring. The day before, I suggest getting some sleep and just resting. Make sure you eat a good breakfast before you go. They will have some kind of fruit and stuff for you during the check-in process, but just make sure you're hydrated. Make sure you are ready to go, because it's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long, tiring day, and it's a lot. Excuse me, a lot to take in at the same time. So just be ready for that. What else can I say about check-in? make sure that you're gonna be taking pictures for your IDs, both your cast ID and no, I'm sorry, you don't take a picture for cast ID, but you're gonna take a picture for your housing ID. Make sure that from head to waist is Disney look. Now, you don't have to be in like professional attire for check-in. Don't worry about that. But do not wear spaghetti straps. You wear a t-shirt. You can wear a t-shirt. Don't wear something that says FU on it. Just common sense. Also, I suggest that you look at the Disney look before you get there. Because if you are not in the Disney look, they will tell you to change it probably within 24 hours. Because unless you change it, you cannot go to Traditions. And you want to go to Traditions because you want to start work because you have no money until you go to work. So make sure you are in the Disney look. Means tattoos, figure out how to cover them if they are seen. Hair, natural, no ombre, no pinks. Natural, you know, if you don't look like a Musketeer from the 40s, then you're probably not in Disney look. At least like hair color wise. Men, guys, shave the stubby off because no one really likes that anyway. And unless you want to look like a lumberjack and have a full-on beard, shave it off. Just shave it off. What else? Oh, your luggage. I was lucky enough to have my mom there, and she held my luggage at her hotel until I checked in. Now, if you don't have that, you can take your luggage. I guess they have a place for you to put your luggage, or like a section to put your luggage. I'm not 100% sure on that, but if you do know, please comment below and let the rest of YouTube know. Yes, so places to stay during check-in. There is a Holiday Inn across the street, and there is there's obviously the Disney Resort, which is a little expensive, but if you have wonderful friends that have the Disney discount, they can book you a resort for very little money, especially if you're going to stay at All-Star Resorts, which is where I'm staying. Thank you, Brandon. You can stay at a resort and someone can book that for you. So there's different places to stay. I mean, it's Orlando. You have many resorts and hotels there. So you got your pick. Vistas where you're going to be checking in. Now, if on your dashboard it says Vista Way, that does not mean you're going to live in Vista Way. That just means that you're going to meet in Vista Way, and that is where check-in is going to be. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I just wanted to give a quick little overview on check-in and what to expect. And yeah, so the next video is, I don't know what it's going to be about. It's just kind of, whenever it comes into my head, I just kind of make it. But only a couple more weeks until my packing vlog. Honestly, I've already started packing, but I've been filming a little bit in between, so I get excited for that. And yeah, so I hope everyone's having a great day. I know a lot of you guys have been accepted today. Lindsay, Lena, Daniel, a lot more people have been accepted today. Congratulations. Can't wait to see you down in Florida. Yeah. So, I hope this helped you guys, and thank you for subscribing and liking my videos. I'm very humble, and thank you. I try really hard. Alright, so have a magical day, guys.